I am not a runner, or at least that's what I thought before I started this challenge. Day 1 of running every day for 30 days. I'm just really excited to see if there's going to be a big difference at the end of 30 days, especially if my mindset has changed around running. I think the important part is it's very hard to get good at something that you don't like. So the only way to start liking it is to start doing it more. Very excited to take you guys along for this 30-day journey and just to hopefully inspire you to do something that you've been scared of doing or that you just haven't wanted to do but you know would be good for you. If you can just commit to it through 30 days, I think it's going to be a big game changer. I hope that it will be for me. 30 days ago, I embarked on a journey to transform my mindset about something that I think I'm not good at, running. The challenge was simple: not to overthink a perfect running program, not to overthink paces, distances, not to create a plan that would hold me back, because for so long I was saying I will start working on my running once I have the perfect program or the perfect plan or the right shoes or the right watch. All I did was say I am going to run every single day for 30 days. And every morning I would wake up based on my recovery, based on what my training was like that day. I would decide how far I wanted to run. Sometimes I would start a run and call it in early. Other times I would run and decide to run further or faster. It all depended on how I felt, and I made sure that I could make it through the 30 days without stopping. Today was some good weather, so I'm glad about that. I'm sure over these 30 days we'll have some days that it's thunderstorming, some days with some crazy weather that we'll have to deal with. So I'm just glad that this first day was good, easy, not too much stress. As an athlete, training every day was not something new to me, but running is something I've always found difficult. As a kid, I was actually pretty good at running, but somewhere along the way, I decided that I wasn't built for running. This mindset really held me back because anytime I went to compete in a competition, running was the worst workout for me. I would finish dead last. As someone who's very cognizant of training and the perfect plan and the perfect program, overthinking it is what held me back from actually working on my running. However, the purpose of this 30-day challenge was just to transform what's up in my mind. And the results are just more than I could have even imagined. Day 3, and I'm trying to convince my dog to come. Bally, come on. Come on, bud. It's a high-pitched talking to your dog voice for me. She's lazier than me when it comes to running. Come on. Over the 30 days, I had to drop my ego. I had to drop my identity. The identity that I am only a strength-based athlete, that I'm only a powerful athlete, that I could never get better at running. I also had to drop my ego. It wasn't about posting the best 5K time every day on Strava. It wasn't about telling people and impressing them with running every single day. It was about just going and doing it, which required me to take a step back, run a lot of days slower than I thought I should have, and just make sure that I can keep consistent. Day 8, long weekend run, and I have recruited Austin. One of the main questions I got when I posted about this challenge was, how far are you going to run every day? What are your paces going to be like? And that's where I answered, absolutely no idea. I'm just going to go based off feel. And I think that shows that we all have some sort of ego or mindset around needing the perfect program or trying to compare our paces to other people. But that's what I knew would hold me back. And so that's why I wanted to have no plan. Day 14 of 30 done, 2 weeks in. Let's go. Day 15. Day 19, I got this beautiful track to myself. What I realized was that before, because I didn't enjoy running and I had this identity piece around not being a runner, running would jack up my heart rate. I hadn't ever done enough running to actually have a low, easy pace that was comfortable and enjoyable. So therefore, it just kept circling where I would run, I would hate it, I would get knee pain, I would get sore, I would stop running, I would run again, hate it. I never accumulated enough volume. Eventually, I found an easy running pace where I was actually able to keep up and just go running and do it as a way to escape the world, put some music in, and actually enjoy it. Today is day 13. We are going to drop off the weight vest once we get back home after the 45 minutes, and then hit a run, probably just a few K, and probably feel like we're flying after this walk. One of the biggest realizations that I had was in around the second week of running. There was a day that I was extremely stressed. I was very anxious. I was obviously very hangry, and I just said I need to go for a run. I just used running as my mental escape, and that was a really big deal for me because before, running was like the biggest stressor. It was very stressful. I had to mentally work myself up to go and do a running workout, whereas I actually was able to use running as an escape and as a recovery tool. Whew. We discovered this amazing track in the last couple of weeks. Wish I found it earlier because today is day 26 of running every day for 30 days, and it's been tough. Definitely this week my legs are starting to feel a little tired, but we're managing volume every day. Some days I do a super light run, other days like 400-meter intervals like today, which was pretty hard. But just managing fatigue and recovery has been really important. Whew. But yeah, it's really hot and the weather's been really difficult, really humid, but making the most of it. And I'm really grateful to have made it 26 days, and my legs, my knees, my feet, my shins, they're all holding up. So that makes me happy, and we only have 4 more days to go. So pumped for that. Now let's talk some tips and takeaways, because I've been asked by a lot of people who have started this running challenge when they saw my video, or who are thinking about doing some sort of running challenge or looking just to get better at running. Here are some things that I've learned that are important. 1, warm up. Warm up is crucial, and don't worry about spending a lot of time here. Even if you're going for a short run, especially those short fast runs, you really need to focus on warming up. The next thing is, don't push it every single day. Don't go at a threshold pace. Don't go crazy. Imagine if every single day you're trying to PR your squat. It just doesn't make sense, right? So most of your time needs to be spent on just going easy, light runs. Another thing is proper nutrition and hydration. We have had one of the biggest heat waves almost in history here in the Ottawa, Canada area. So hydration and drinking electrolytes like salt, potassium, magnesium, finding one that works for you and having that maybe before and especially like after your run. Day 30, we're done. Crazy. I think that's pretty much everything about this challenge, but I want to challenge you. If there's a limiting belief that is holding you back, whether it's you're not a good runner, you're not strong, you can never improve your nutrition, or you can't get a certain type of job or improve in your school, or whatever it is, literally anything, I want you to try and challenge that. As you start to enjoy something through the action of doing it more often and repetitively and exposing yourself to that, you will actually start to overcome it. And that's something that was big for me. As I started to enjoy doing it, that was the biggest part. Not even just see myself doing better, it was just the mindset of enjoying doing it that got me more interested in doing it more, and then in taking it seriously of getting it better. So whether the limiting belief is from yourself, or it's from someone else, or something you've always been told, challenge it. Always, always challenge it. You don't want to look back on your life and think, wow, I always wanted to do this, but I told myself I would never be good at it, or I couldn't do it, or I worried what other people thought, or this person told me I couldn't. You don't want to have those regrets. So just face down those fears, those limiting beliefs, and always, always challenge them.